So, for this scene, the black curtain will be pulled all the way across, and the door over here will be revealed. The red curtain will also be pulled out a little bit, but there's a door over here that they'll be able to knock on. It'll be much clearer when the black curtain works, but it's not. So, Ryan, Hortensio is behind the door over here. You'll see it. Yep.
Oh, that door.
Yes.
See that door.
It says.
Is somebody bringing Ray from there? I mean, Rachel. Emma.
You know, I know I am old enough to be Rachel's mom, but really.
True. Is somebody bringing him there?
No, I was gonna go get her, unless you want to.
Um,
I know you don't get to drive much.
Well, I do like being
Well, let's
in the
ask her,
car.
Kevin, from this front left seat, can you see the
You
door?
can just take notes from.
I can see the door knob.
You're sitting in the red curtain. How obstructed is the red curtain?
It's about a quarter around, a third of the door.
That's not terrible.
No, I mean, you can tell it's a door. Okay, that's all I need. That's the worst seat in the house for it, so that's fine.
That you get a discount or two.
We're totally playing Mystery Day at the castle about all the doors.
Okay, so this door is not ready to be used yet, so don't open it.
Okay. So I shouldn't slam Max against it?
You should not.
Okay.
Okay, so let's open up the scene.
Verona, for a while I take my leave, to see my friends in Padua. But of all my best beloved and proven friend Hortensio, and I trow this is his house. Here, Sirrah, Bruno, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom should I knock? Is there any man refused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock.
You here, sir?
But, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me at this gate, and rap me soundly, or I'll knock your knave's face.
My master.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then see who comes by the worst.
That might stay. I never would have told you to do that in a million years, but I want to see this again.
Yeah,
PJ,
I'll be ready for that.
see, be more, be more on your line. But Max, wind back like that, and then stick your head and put your hand back down. So let's do that again from Villain. I say, knock me at this gate. So.
Villain, I say, knock me at this gate, and rap me soundly, or I'll knock your knave's face.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then see who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Say, Sirrah. If you'll not knock, I'll ring it. So you want to put your hand up in front of my
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try how you can get so far and sing it.
Help, master! Help! My master is mine!
Now knock when I bid you, Sirrah, villain.
And then at that, so for the actual knocking, just for review on our stage combat, he'll be grabbing in the back of the head. Here, you grab his hand, and then Max, move yourself forward. PJ's arm doesn't move,
Master's is
and then
mine!
every time your head shoots through the door, either stomp your foot
Okay.
or you can hit with another hand. Yeah. So it's possible to have PJ be doing that now as well.
Yeah, well, once we actually have the door, that's the move.
Right. But we can't practice that. But that's what we'll be working toward. Is getting a sound every time you should be hitting the door.
You may even have like if you're like this with one hand back and the other hand trying to like as I'm like knocking you and your hand's actually making noise but it looks like I'm hitting you.
Right. That would make the door rattle, which is kind of the idea. So after the help, masters, help, my master is mad. That's the 3 beats.
Okay, so
So help,
masters,
masters, help, and after that, and then now, not when I bid you, Sir Villain, you'll let go of his head, and then Max wants you to crumple.
First, practice that.
Yep, go ahead and practice the timing on that. Obviously, you can't practice perfectly, but
Alright, so I'm leading you across now, got your head.
Wait, are we going from the,
I'll try how you can so far and sing it. Help, doctors, help, my master. Now, not what I need, Sir Villain.
perfect.
And leaves us outside the door.
Yep. And
This
then,
is his entrance. I'm gonna beat him.
and then Hortensio enters.
how now?
Perfect.
Exactly, that's what I'm doing. What's the matter, old friend Grimio and my friend Petruchio? How did you all act rough?
Signor Hortensio, come
And then Max, feel free to stumble to your feet and kind of nurse your wounds toward the other end of the stage while those two are talking, and you're trying very hard to not be in pain.
Signor Hortensio, come to part the fray. Con tutto ben trovato, may I say. Or just say-
And then just skip that.
Just say no.
Rise, Grimio, rise, and we will pound.
Nay, sir, 'tis no matter what he leages in Latin. Look you, sir, he bid me knock him and back him soundly, sir. Well, sir, was it fit for a servant to use his master so? Who would to God I had knocked it first? Then, not Grumio, come by the worst.
A senseless villain. Good Hortensio, I bid the rascal knock at your gate, and could not, for my heart, get him to do it.
Knock at the gate? Spake you not these words plain? Come now, knock me here, knock me there, knock me well, and knock me soundly. And come you now with knocking at the gate, which would be over here. Yeah,
Right, you got it.
the gate.
Sirrah, eat on or talk not, I advise
Petruchio.
Maybe not quite so humble, but yes, that's the idea. Go ahead and just spin on your heel and walk the other way for a minute. So, when he says, rascal knocking the gate, I want you
So like
to,
that.
you're looking at him, so I want you to literally, and just spend some time over there, not being near Petruchio.
She's like, touch the curtain.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grimio's plague. Why is this empty chance twixt him and you? Your ancient trusty pleasant servant Grimio, and tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you Padua here from old Verona?
Such wind is scatters young men through the world, seek their fortunes farther than at home. Where small experience grows, but there is few. To Hortensio, thus it stands with me. My father Antonio is deceased. And I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have and goods at home. And so come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd ill-favored wife?
And what we're gonna do, PJ, when you say your big speech, I want you to take center stage
Okay, I'm gonna cross.
to talk about, just cross right in front of him, to talk about why you've come in to Fair Verona, and Hortensio will stay where he is. Once you've crossed to Fair Verona and you've said your whole speech toward the audience, Ryan, come back around the other side of him, to come around him, to come offer him roundly. So literally come to the other side of him after he says his speech. So PJ, finish up. Crown's my purse I have.
And even though I'm not really saying anything, am I still listening the whole time?
Certainly. You're gonna pipe back up again in a second, but you've kind of regained your confidence as you're trying to figure out what they're talking about.
Crowns in my purse I have and goods at home. And some come abroad to see the world.
So then I cross.
You cross, yep, to the other side of him. Yep.
Do I stand beside him?
You stand beside him. You're trying to offer him something, so you stand pretty close to talk in his ear.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd ill-favored wife? Thus thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. And for too much, my friend, and I'll not wish thee to part.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice, and therefore, if thou know I come to wive it wealthily, Padua, wealthily then happily, Padua.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough to marry him to a puppet or an old scrot with ne'er a tooth in her head, though she has as many diseases as 250 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes from.
Sure, here. Since we
And
are
then you can skip most of this. It's just a big long speech you'll be saying right at him.
blah, 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 blah.
I would not let her for my own gold.
Hortensio, peace. No, it's not gold's effect. Tell me your father's name, which is enough. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as the thunder in Autumn's crack. And when the clouds down the crack. Or Autumn's crack would be. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in Autumn crack.
Her father is Baptista Moreno. And after her name is Catherine Moreno
And he'll follow after Petruchio after saying that line to keep on the chase basically. He's trying to offer him so Petruchio will be able to move away from him.
Yeah.
Every time Petruchio moves away, Hortensio will wait till after he's done talking and then follow back up. So he's basically chasing Petruchio toward this goal.
And do I follow her Hortensio?
You move when you speak, come back around to tell Hortensio what you think, but you're always reacting. That's the big thing about you in this scene. You're always reacting to everything that's being said. So, however your character feels, is how you should be making it very clear to the audience.
I know her father, though I know not her. And he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep Hortensio till I see her. And therefore, let me be thus bold with you, to give you over at this first encounter. Unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, let him go while the humor lasts. Oh, my word, if she knew him as well as I do, she would think scolding would do little good upon him. She may perhaps call him half a score of names or so. Why, that's nothing. And he begin once, he'll rail up his broke tricks. And I tell you what, sir, and she stand him but a little, he will throw a figure in her face and disfigure it.
And so disfigure
And
her.
so disfigure her with it that she shall have no more eyes to see withal than a cat. You know him not, sir.
Okay, Petruchio, I must go with thee down to till Catherine the Cursed hath got a husband. Sorry, that's going to be right there.
Okay. So Catherine you got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed, a title for maid of all titles the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me disgrace and sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster. We'll sing in music to instruct Baptista, Bianca, the boy. So I may by his device at least have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unexpected court her by herself.
Here's no knavery. See to beguile the old folks, while the young folks lay their heads together. Master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
And at that, you guys will clear the other way to the side of the stage to leave room for them. So, Master, look about you, look who goes there, huh? You'll kind of go to the other side so you can keep a look at who's coming without actually revealing yourself. And then,
Peace,
Peace, Bruno, 'tis the arrival of my love, Petruchio. Stand by a while.
A proper sprightly and mannerless.
Oh, very well. I have to lose to know it. What you say? I have been very well trained down. All witnesses love. See that again, man? And see you read no other lectures to her. You understand me? Over and beside, even a teacher's liberality, I'll need it to give her my yes. Take the paper, too. And I'll let me have them very well fulfilled questions. Screaming that the film itself really does it. What will you read to her?
Whatever I read to her, I plead for you. As for my patron, stand you so assured, as firmly as you, as yourself, were still in place. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words than you, unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this lovely wild thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock. What an ass it is.
And then, Max, on that line, I want you to literally look over the audience and give it a, oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
Video, Mom. God save you, save your family.
And you are well met, Senior Hortensio.
And at that point, you two walk up to each other on stage, kind of shake hands, and rivals.
And you are well met, Senior Hortensio. So you know where I am going? To Baptista Manila. I promised to impart her because I was schoolmaster of the fair Bianca. And by good fortune, I have lighted well on this young man for learning and behavior fit for her turn. Well read in poetry and other books. All good ones, I warrant you.
Tis well, and I have met the gentleman, have promised me to help me with another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I know it by behind the beauty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
That his bags shall prove. Remedios, it is now no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you news indifferent, good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met, upon agreement with us to his liking, will undertake to woo her captive. Yea, and to marry her, if her dad please.
So said, so done, as well. Hortensio, you told him all her faults.
I know she is an irksome, bawling scold that the All-Master's eyes are upon.
No, sayest me so, friend. What countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, my fortune lives for me. And I do hope good days alone to see.
Oh, sir, such a life is such a wife to strain. But if you have a stomach, do it in God's name. You shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Well, I came my thither but to that intent. Think you little din can daunt my ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with winds? Rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat. Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the sky? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud lords, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? Tell me of a woman's tongue. That gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's farm. Tush, tush, fear blows at once. For he hears nothing.
Hortensio hearkens. This gentleman is happily arrived. My mind presumes for his own good and ours.
I promised we would be contributors of bearing charge fully whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that agreement.
I would I were assured of a good dinner.
That's not quite so good. We'll decide how over the top to keep that. But I'm glad you can go further than most people would be okay with.
That's all I can do.
And then, Ben, for this scene, you'll have your school books. I want one of the books to say poetry on the outside, and I want you to be mouthing the words to a poem you're writing to Bianca. Just be sitting there writing something in the book. It'll definitely say poetry on the outside. So for this scene, you're ignoring all of this has to do with Kat because you know you'll get Bianca, so you're writing her a poem. All right. Enter Tranio and Biendano. Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Senor Baptista Minola? And then, Ben, when they come in, go ahead and move basically just behind Gremio. You still want to be able to be seen, but you're standing behind your new master. And Jordan will not do that. Jordan, when you and Wendy walk on, you're going to walk up toward the apron, like move up toward the audience, and you guys are having a conversation that the rest of the audience, the rest of them aren't supposed to hear, but they definitely speak up. So you're acting like you're talking amongst yourselves and trying to get their attention. So like I said, 80s telemarketer up, like, da-da. So, gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, I read the line wrong, so you won't be doing that. You're talking to them. So, she's going to come on stage and talk right to everybody. My bad. Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that has the 2 fair daughters. Is it he you mean?
Oh, even he, Piandello.
Hark you, sir. You mean not her too?
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do? And at this point, Tranio will come up and basically straighten up and be ready to challenge you. So you guys will kind of face off to some degree. Go for it.
Not her the chides heard any hand at, right?
I love no chider, sir. Piandello, a little way. And the way you're going to do that is come around on the other side of her, and I'm going to literal, like, hand over here. So the audience can see you. They know what you're saying. You're going to be on the ear away from Grimio. And, yep. So.
Oh, good God, Trivia.
Yep. And then you'll, and go back behind. Yep.
Who am I directing this
You're directing it to Tranio, who was just turned around with, alongside Jordan here.
to? Okay, better.
In that space.
Should I, for purposes of, I guess, should I be reading open?
Yeah, they're going to try to cross off stage, so you'll cross in front of Grimio. And, sir, where there you go.
Okay. So
And-
there you go. Are you suited to the maiden talk of yay or no?
And then, Jordan, you'll be behind Wendy as her servant while she's talking to him. So,
Should I be blocking
it's okay. He's a servant. And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No. If without more words will get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray not the streets as free for me as for you.
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know, that she is the choice love of Senior Greenhill.
and that she's the chosen of Senior Hortensio.
Softly, my masters, if you be gentlemen, at which point she will put her arms around the two of you and walk forward talking. If you be gentlemen, do me this right, hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman, and to whom my father is not all unknown, blah, blah, blah. And so she shall. The century shall make one, though Paris came in speed to hope to speed alone.
What? This gentleman will out-talk us all.
Sir, give him leave. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, let me be bold as
As ask
let
you.
me be bold, so bold as to ask you. Did you yet ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but I hear that he hath two. And the one is famous for a scolding tongue, as the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me, let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
And then, it's a little hard to envision exactly where Wendy will be without actually having her on the stage. So,
Why don't you be our tranny?
I'm going to be our Tranio for a second. So, when Tranio gave the softly my masters, if you be gentlemen, she put her hands on both shoulders, softly my masters, if you be gentlemen. Do me this right, hear me with patience, Baptista, noble gentleman, to my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may have more suitors have, and me for one. Fair Alita's daughter have 1,000 wooers. Then well one more may fair Bianca have. And so she shall. The century shall make one, though Paris came and hope to speed alone.
What? Will out-talk us all.
Sir, give him leave. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
So let me be so bold as to ask you, have you ever seen Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but I hear them not too. The one is famous for her scolding tongue, as the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me, let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sir, understand you this of me, it's the youngest daughter whom you hearken for. Her father keeps her from all access to secret, and will not promise her to any man until the elder sister first is wed. The younger then is free and not before.
If it be so, sir, then you are the man. Bastide us all, and me amongst the rest. And if you break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder, set the younger free, for our access, whose act shall be to have her, will not be so graceless as to be ingrate.
Sir, you say well, and well you conceive. And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify these gentlemen who we all must gratify.
Sir, I shall not slack in sign whereof. Please, we may contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses to our mistress's health, and do as adversaries do in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion.
Fellows, let's be gone.
The motion good indeed. It be so. Sir hero, I shall be yours.
And then Hortensio will put his hand off this way for us to head off to go to that piece in the middle of us. So everybody will start exiting this way, and Mike's will start. Yes. And I do want there to be this one last move of, yeah, we're going to do it. Okay. How does that work?
Good.
Okay. I can't see myself on stage, so. All right.